to make it. On the shores of Lake Erie here in the city of rock and roll. Our coverage of the NFL brings us to Huntington Bank Field. Straight ahead, it's an AFC intra-conference contest between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. Tyler Loop is out and about ready to send this one away. And here we go at Huntington Bank Field. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. First carry for the speedy Dylan Sampson. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. That's a nice, quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
On 3rd down, I'll go with Sampson. Before he can reach the first, he's stopped. But this is close. Ball up to the 45-yard line.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. It's Sampson running out of the gun. And this one had no chance. Hit well behind that line. That brings up 4th down.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks. Instead, well, the defense is energized with that stop.
The Browns looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes their southpaw, Corey Bojorquez, to handle it. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Throwing now off the play action. Caught by Flowers. And he's got a bunch here up past the 25 before somebody gets to him. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
Trying to throw this from the gun. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
He'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10.
Cougar 19.
The first carry now for Jonathan Brooks. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
60 Eagles, 60.
No throw, 3rd and long. Trying to float that one in, and defenders there for the interception. Buda Baker picks it off. And the Browns take over on his 5th interception of the season. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. The caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
Here's Howell, 1st and 10. Left side into the hands of Warren. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Hand off here to Sampson. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
That one nabbed by Warren. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Go! 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
1st down, Howell. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone, and defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. He's at midfield. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. He brings this one back. Touchdown, Baltimore, off the pick 6. That is Tyler Luke, now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Sampson from the pistol. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
On 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Looking from the pistol, Howell. Has him on the quick hitter. On the move, past the 40. Oh, this big guy is moving. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end, and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger game.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
From the red zone now. This one's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for second down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So the incompletion on first. Here is second and goal.
Come on, set. Hawk 70s, go.
Powell from the gun. Cut near the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Here we go. Hey, check up.
Oh, Womack's got it. Look at the power of it. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Browns reach pay dirt for the first time this game. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to fourth and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop them on third and goal.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Ajante Wester to return it. Shoots away from one. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ravens to the line now. First and 10.
Get up. Hey, guard.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. He'll look to throw. He's going to push one deep down the right. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Grant Delkin in to pick it up. And the Browns get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
Intercepted. The Browns
They've got first down here from the 36.
36-yard line.
Howell now. Finds him over the middle. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's a Browns first down.
First down.
On the set.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
From the red zone on first. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, Kate. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, and let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
No luck on first down. Here's second and 10. Now Howell off to play action. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Third and long for him here. And the defender coming away with it. And the Ravens will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
First down 10 at their own
20. Chance here for one final play before the end of our quarter.
Here we go. Here we go. Go.
Carried by Brooks to start the drive. They're going the wrong direction. He's going to be sent backwards to their own 3. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They are facing second down deep on their own end. Again, it's Brooks. He finds space for a few yards that time. From the secondary, Greg Delpit on the tackle.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
Defense nearing a stop. Need to hold once more here on third down.
Come on. Hey. 19, 18.
Here he goes, third and long. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that brings up fourth and long. The Ravens getting ready for the punt. And his first effort, a tough one. It's going to come from the back of his own end zone. Coming out 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away. Breaks a tackle, he's still going. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds.
44-yard line.
Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out first and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly, he's going to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
And the shotgun, Howell. He's going to loft one deep to the left. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. And wow, Brock, this one is no good. He has been automatic so far this season, but for the first time here, he whiffs on that extra point. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Here's Wester on the return. This makes it up to the 25.
Ravens take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Baltimore offense to the line now. First and 10. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Falls to the ground out left. Incomplete. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And it's going to be second down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
70 Lions.
Brooks is going to get it off the zone read. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
Back on 80.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Completed over the middle. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. Give him 25 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
So after the sack, quite the situation they find themselves in. Here comes 2nd and 22. On the draw, this is Brooks. And this is going backwards. The defense all over that draw, and they're going to lose yards. 3rd down coming up. These last 2 snaps, they have forced this drive to what might be its last play here, Brock, and we can confidently say there's not going to be another run here on 3rd down.
Yeah, I think it's time to let the passing game get going and really trust your quarterback here who's got to compensate for 2 negative plays.
On the ready.
5 men in the secondary for the Browns. 3rd down. And they're going to throw out of the gun. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Grant Delpit in to pick it up. And the Browns take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie. Right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect.
Ravens get him. Down he goes. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
We call play action. Would have been better to actually give it to him on a carry right there, Kate. The front was fooled for about a split second, if that. That play call ended up working in their favor as it leads to a sack.
Might be time to reach into the bag of tricks on 2nd down. 16 to go following the sack. They give to Sampson here up the middle. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down.
60 by 6, 60 by 6.
Foul out of the shotgun. Finds the in route complete. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And this just gets past the 20 before going out.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Brooks on the counter. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Going to be second and about 4 on the other side of this 2-minute warning. Hang with us. More football in Huntington Bank on its way. Offense still line. This is second and 4. I'll throw it. They'll set up the screen. Brooks. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stops. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps the stride moving.
With that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
First down now, ball at the 33. Looking to throw here. Isn't holding up. They're into the drop-in. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive, really affected decision-making there. Coming off a pick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, well, he just took his medicine.
In a real troublesome spot here, Brock. That sack has him set up second down and 21. Setting up to throw. Gets him on the end route. This one up to about the 27-yard line. And it's Carson Schlesinger who got over there for the stop.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. If it's an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Third down, Browns opting to go with a dime set defensively. He's going to throw this one. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That one really stayed, Escape, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
He fields this at the 18. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Starting on the ground, here is Simpson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Here's Howell. Rolling left, buying some time. Oh no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Malachi Starks. He brings this one back. Touchdown, Baltimore, off the pick 6. Went to the old well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Now, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line.
60 by 6. 60 by 6.
Back to the air. Howell after the pick. Throwing the out route complete. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Here's Howell. Catch is made by Dylan Sampson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Howell. Taking a chance to the end zone. And it's brought in. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns take the lead just before halftime.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Patterson takes on the extra point. And the Browns push their lead to 6. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Here's Wester on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. One last play before the break. He's back to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Here's Wester on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Hold it ready.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Going to Brooks here to start the half. His foray up the middle, and that's about 3. Buda Baker bringing that one to an end.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Now looking to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Browns get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
The Browns take over 1st and 10.
Well, you kind of had a feeling, Brock, that they were going to be passing early and often, coming out of the locker room on the losing side of things, right? And that coverage, man, they knew it too. Right there to make a play on the very first throw.
Yeah, no doubt, I think in any of our minds, they knew a throw was coming defensively, and that's fine. You can know it's coming, but you got to then go out and execute and take it away. Play right into their hands, and have a chance to add to this lead.
He's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down. Looking inside the red zone. He brings it in. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
You know, quarterbacks aren't always the one dishing out punishment, but when they take it and they deliver a frozen rope, when they deliver a ball right on target just like that, and the respect factor grows 100-fold with your teammates.
Here we go, set. 60 Bison, 60.
Powell from the gun. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns push their lead further to start the half. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Here's Wester on the return. Spins out of one side. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. offense to the line now. 1st and 10.
Come on. 19.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he was showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Now, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there can be more interceptions.
Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. That's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Would have been one for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing 3rd down.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Throw here, 3rd down. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out, how in the heck do we turn this around?
He's got this at the 27. He dodged the tackle. Dodges another stop. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Play action here with Howell. Nice game left side. They're going to keep moving forward, brought down inside the opposing 30. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Couldn't find a completion on 1st down. Looking for his wide receiver there. So 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Has it at the 7. And the stop is made as they get themselves into 1st and goal.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. And off to Sampson. And he's in! It's a Cleveland touchdown! The Browns make it a 3-possession game! Let's see what Howell has planned here, Brock. 2-point attempts coming. All right, they're going to throw for it. And no connection on the 2-point try. It fails.
You know, no sense in piling on. Pretty clear for everybody to see. He knows he should have had that one. Just didn't watch it in the whole way. And it leaves 2 points on the table.
Here's Western on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10. And they're on the 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 60 Bison.
Here's a throw. And they pick him off again. And the Browns take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
This is a lonely place. Now, I don't know how many walking the planet have thrown 5 picks, but I'll raise my hand. I did it in an Apple Cup, and it is a lonely, humbling feeling. Everything that could go wrong, well, it's gone wrong for this quarterback today, and I hope that's the last time we see him throw a pass in this one.
Here's Howell, 1st and 10. Left side into the hands of Warren. They drop open with a big hit. At least he's able to hold it on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot. Second and 6 coming up here.
4-yard line.
19 Tiger. Take over.
Here comes Sampson. Running in the red zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Anderson able to connect on the point after. And the Browns continue piling on to this lead.
Ravens 14.
The Browns have it on the team, and they will kick it away here. Here's Western on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ravens to the line now. First and 10.
Ready?
Back to work after throwing the pin. That's him on a quick hitter. Has some daylight through the 40. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
First and 10, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
There's no question, Kate, with the big plays down the seam or big tight ends, a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Ready?
5 still to go here. This is second down.
Let's go. Ready?
Hands off here for Brooks. And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. Myles Garrett coming in for the stop.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 2.
Got it. Ready?
Third and just 2 to go.
Get it. Let's go.
Here he is on third and short. He's able to hit Flowers. Caught. He's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. It's a 29-yard gain. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
From the red zone now. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what
And he gets in. Touchdown! The Ravens shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Goal line formation, a give to the fullback powering forward. Is that Lorenzo Neal? That Tom Rathman down there, Brock? It doesn't get more old school smash mouth than that.
Yeah, I think you could go back to the early 1900s with no face masks and still find that play, that formation, and yes, sometimes even that touchdown.
Luke tacks on the extra point. And the Ravens get it back to a 19-point deficit. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out first and 10. There's Simpson. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate, is training camp. Because that's a middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Second down carry for Sampson. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Let's go now. Back to 60.
We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's the Browns with possession and a fairly comfortable lead as we look ahead to the fourth quarter. Third and a lone yard coming up.
Tag. 60 Bisons.
A toss here to Sampson. And he won't get back to the line, Brock. They needed one, but they're going to lose one on that play. It's fourth down. The Browns are lining up to punt. It'll be Corey Bajorquez doing the honors. And that kick a little too well struck. He drives it into the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore offense to the line now. First and 10. They'll start this drive with Brooks. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Finds him over the middle. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you can take a lick at any time.
Six yards to go here. It's third down.
Here we go.
To the air on third and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. That force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. That one finds his man, likely. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. So 21 yards and the first. What a call to go for it there on fourth.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Here we go. Set.
Throwing now off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up second down.
It's second down.
Here's the backup. First throw. Finding Flowers. And they get this down to the 44 before he stops. And that one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. When you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Throwing now on first down. O'Connell. Put the body on the line for his team. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now it's second down. Went way outside there trying to work that sideline, Brock. But by the time the ball had arrived, well, the defender had to knock that ball out.
I think you see my reaction in the booth every time
I do.
we see that throw, because I close my eyes and remember the terror that I felt as a quarterback. When you let that ball go and you're throwing it all the way to the boundary, there's some risk-reward. And that time, well, there was no recourse. This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. Going deep here for the end zone. And that is Cox. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens get it back to within 2 possessions. Zay Flowers, the touchdown.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle of the field open or close? Do I got a single high or two high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
So O'Connell brings his guys to the line for this 2-point conversion.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point.
They're going to throw out of the gun. And the 2-point pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work. They recognize the situation they're in now. After that score, they're going to try to get it right back. Kick fails. The Browns able to recover. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks them though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Now Howell off the play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And they get this down to the 28. A pickup of 17. And that's a Browns first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First down, here's Simpson. And he'll only get this to the 26 before going down. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. And the shotgun, Howell. Warren's got it, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Okay, ready?
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Sampson. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. On third down, they'll go with Sampson. And he will have them a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns have likely locked up the win right there.
Let's see, Kate, I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What would you call this, other than simply splendid?
That one splits the uprights. And the Browns push the lead to 20. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Here's Wester on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. He's brought down after a nice little effort there, and that's going to bring us to our 2-minute warning. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, O'Connell. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. On it, and he nearly picked it. So couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's 2nd down. Now this goes for every player in every sport, Brock. Fatigue in the 4th quarter. So that can mean dropped interceptions just as much as it can mean a dropped catch, too.
And believe it or not, Kate, quarterbacks, they can get fatigued too. Yeah. Maybe not as much physically as their buddies running around and hitting, but mentally. You just get tired there as a passer. You start to assume, and that's a dangerous place to play.
Get him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
1st down from the 42. Here go play action. It's O'Connell. And the Browns get there and take him down. And that 4th sack of the game right there brings up 2nd down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Defense sent him packing back to their own side last play. Time to build on that with 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's O'Connell. Finds the in route complete. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from the degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Browns are in the nickel for this 3rd down call. 3rd and long for him here. Trying to push deep downfield. Toward the sideline, and it's intercepted! And the Browns take over on his 5th interception of the season. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Here's a design run. So the Browns come away with the win. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep.